What's up, guys? I want to do a vlog today and just kind of talk to you guys a little bit. I'm going to be drinking my drink before I go to work out, but just kind of want to go over a couple things. Where the channel's going and everything else is I I've been looking through a lot of other channels that started actually monetizing videos and really, doing this 100% of the time. Um, Obviously I don't do this 100% of the time because I do have another job, but I do put a lot of time into this channel, and I have to. First off, I want to say thank you to all you guys and girls. Actually, there's like 20% of people who watch my channel are actually female, which I thought was interesting. Most people think that gamers are mostly guys. Apparently not. And so I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been really supporting me, watching my channel, helping me through everything. It's been just absolutely amazing to me to see everything. And I wanted to kind of. I feel like it's instead of putting boss videos out every time. I know that not a lot of people watch these update videos or vlogs or whatever, but the people who normally do are they're typically like 200 of you guys that actually watch this, and it really what I mean. You guys are the ones who are my biggest supporters and who are most of the people who are my friends and everything else. So I wanted to kind of just talk to you guys and let you know kind of what's going on with me and where I want to get this channel to. So obviously, my goal is to hit 1,000 subs before the new year. I honestly like my original goal when I first started making this channel. I'm about 3 months ahead of it, which is pretty good. But if you've looked at the views of my videos, and because guys, I go through this stuff all the time. Is the views kind of go down a little bit now that World of Warcraft has been out for a little while. It's starting to kind of lose its head of steam a little bit. Um, and I know that I haven't gotten the second half of some of the Heart of Fear videos out, but that's just because I haven't been there on clear out nights because I have another job. So as soon as I can get the footage for you guys, I promise you I'll throw those out really quick. And then I'm going to have the normal modes done. Obviously, we're working on heroics. Um, but again, outside of World of Warcraft, I was looking at doing Call of Duty videos. Um, the problem with that right now is I didn't realize that doing it on an Xbox, you have to get a couple different adapters to be able to do everything. You have to do a couple things like that. Um, and at this point, probably after the new year, like once tax season's done and everything, like hopefully I can, get that stuff going and maybe do that for you guys. But I, you, with every new game, you have to deal with new copyrights and new issues and everything else. So make sure that what you're doing is legit. Um, and I want it to actually be entertaining. At least informational. I mean, I know there's a lot of guys out there who do a lot more entertaining things. Like Preach does a ton of entertaining stuff, and he does like a daily video and everything. And I just don't. I'm not that exciting. There's no reason for you guys to listen to me that long. You wouldn't want to listen to me every day. So I'm not gonna pretend that that's something that you want to do. However, what I am going to be doing is one of my good friends in real life is actually starting up his own business, his own fitness business, and he does personal training and everything else. And so we're going to get videos out to you guys. And they're going to be a little bit different. They're not going to be like, okay, well, I came in here and did, I worked out and did this at the gym today, man. No, like that's stupid. That does nothing to help you guys. It does nothing in that sense of, you see all these videos that guys work out with some screamo demon music going on behind them, or some dubstep. Which don't get me wrong, screamo and dubstep. I'm not going to say anything bad with that. I'm just saying it's not. It doesn't show anybody like really what it takes to transform yourself. You know what I mean? Like to actually live a different life. Um, and that's kind of where we're coming from. Is in these videos, like I want to show you guys different ways, how to do things. There's so many guys out there who think that, oh well, if you can, this is my favorite question, guys, is, oh dude, how much can you bench? Like what, like 350, 450, something like that. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, I don't know. I don't care. I haven't benched over 225 in 6 months. I like the amount of weight that you put on the bar. That's the difference, guys. Is the amount of weight that you put on the bar. If your goal is to get stronger and to lift more weight, then yeah, that kind of stuff matters to you, and that's really cool. But as someone who's done bodybuilding, that's not what matters. Like the amount of weight that you use is completely irrelevant. Yes, you need to use the proper weights, but let me explain something to you. Unless you're a professional bodybuilder who goes to like the Olympia or something, or any of these big shows like the Arnold and all these other huge shows, if then the weight might, you know what I mean? Like then the weights that you use might be impressive. But like honestly, like I see guys who go to the gym like every day for years and years, and I see these guys every single time I'm in there, and they don't look any different than when they first started. They might be a little bit bigger, but most of the time they're not. Like they might be a little bit bigger, but they're not more proportionate. They're not more cut. They're not more ripped. They're not like, and that's the thing that I want to show you guys is there's different styles to working out. Most people think that, oh well, I do this and I do this and that. No, that's called circuit training. Or I do this, I do this, I do this. No, that's for powerlifting. Like that's for weightlifting. This is for bodybuilding. You guys, here's what you don't understand is if you don't have a goal, that's the first thing that you have to have is a goal. What is your overall goal when you go into the gym, when you do anything in life, right? Like you have a goal. Like with my YouTube channel, I said, okay, I want to start a YouTube channel. This is my goal, is I want to be able to do this full time and not have to work outside of just doing YouTube. That's my overall goal, right? Well, you don't just wake up one day and say, oh, well, now I've got, how do I get more subs, or why does my video only have this many views? It was an awesome video. No, it might not have been, and no one knows who you are. Those videos that go viral, if you go look at that person's account, they don't have any other good videos. Like their subscribers aren't huge. You know what I mean? Like they're not a channel. They're a viral video. There's a huge difference. Like they see these guys who go, oh well, we had 50 million views on this video. They might only have 1,000 subs. Like you understand what I'm saying? It's not a sustainable income. Yeah, that one video might make you a bunch of money, but in the overall long term like it's not going to make you, just because you hit 10 million views on a video isn't that big of a deal monetarily, right? Like if your goal is to be a YouTuber, you need to build a subscriber base and build a view base, and then make sure that every video that you do, when do you release them? How, there's so many different things, but it's all building towards a certain thing. So my goal was, by, I think it was March 1st, I wanted to have 1,000 subs. I'm going to blow by that. As long as you guys continue to support me, there's no reason that I can't blow by that. But at the same time, I can't just say, well, I can do this just playing World of Warcraft. Because I can't. Like, I've already been watching the views. As more and more people dip down, like, there's not as many people rating, there's not as many people watching videos, there's not as many people pushing that content. I get that. I understand that. So in order for me to compensate and to still do what I want to do, I have to branch outside of just video games. And the obvious answer for me was my first love of life. Like I could talk about sports, but that gets really iffy, and showing clips gets really, really iffy with copyrights and YouTube and stuff. I don't want to do that. I don't even want to get into that. That's the quickest way to get shut down, is just messing with sports clips and doing everything else. I don't know the logistics of it. And to be honest, there's enough people that talk about sports. There's ESPN. There's not really, weightlifting TV or, fitness TV or anything like that. It's all on YouTube. And that's my biggest thing, is that's what I love to do outside of, I play video games, I work, and I work out. That's pretty much what I do, in a nutshell. Obviously with this I do a little bit more, but what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to show you, and when we still have to sit down and work out exactly how we're going to do it and everything else, but I want to have like guests on there, and I want to have people on there. And here's my thing is, I don't just say, oh well, dude, I used to work out quite a bit, so I have credentials. No, like the guy I'm bringing in who's going to be doing videos with me owns his own fitness company. If you want to check him out right now, you can just go to Lakeshore Elite Fitness on Facebook. You can look him up. If you look up, just Lakeshore Elite Fitness, you'll find him. He's right there. Let me make sure that that's right. So I don't want to tell you guys something that won't be true. Yeah, Lakeshore Elite Fitness. It's on Facebook. If you type that in, It's my buddy Matt who runs it. Like that's who we're gonna go through. And to be honest, like if you live in West Michigan and you want help, and even if you don't, I don't know exactly what they can do for you, but I know they can do something. But the trick is, guys, is this guy's got credentials, right? Like he's got a master's in this field of study. Like he's got a bachelor's in this field of study. I have a championship to my name. Like I have done what it takes to win. He has done what it takes to learn the things, the skills necessary. It's not just an opinion, okay? It's proven stuff that works. And no one right now on YouTube is really doing this, and it's amazing to me. So, and when's the best time to do it is obviously New Year's, right? When you got all the New Year's resolution people who say, well, this year I want to do this. This year I want to do this. And that's great, guys. And if that's really what you want to do, go do it. But remember that it might not be like a realistic goal. Like make sure that you set your goals realistic. Like if you're going from 0 to hero, it's really, really hard to do. If you can do it, great. But there's a lot of burnout. And I see it all the time is people go, well, I'm going to lose, 80 pounds this year. For what? What are you losing 80 pounds for? Just for you? How are you going to lose 80 pounds? You're just going to wake up at the end of the year and be 80 pounds lighter? No, like that's what I'm saying is you have to set a major goal, right? But then you have to set benchmarks along the way so that it gives you something to work towards. If you have nothing to work towards, you know what I mean? Like on the steps up, you're wasting your time. And that's what we want to do. And so I'm gonna have a whole nother like set of videos coming out. And obviously, guys, I'm still gonna be doing the World of Warcraft videos. Like, don't even worry about that. Like, trust me, that's what I love to do. There's nothing that is. I am not burnt out with the game. I'm loving the game right now. Am I where I want to be? No, but no one ever is. That's the whole point of playing. Is you always strive to be better. Like you're always like, if you're ever in the situation where you go, okay, yeah, like we're good. It's because you're in method and you just got the world first, right? Like other than that, you don't like you're never satisfied. But at the end of the day, look back and say, okay, am I doing pretty good with progression? Well, I'm doing okay. Am I ahead of the curve? Yeah, a little bit. Um, but I also have other time constraints and everything else. So right now, where I'm at, I'm loving the current state of where I'm at in the game. Um, Obviously, I do wish we were further, but whatever. So don't worry about those videos, guys. Those videos will keep coming. I'm gonna do an arcane video. I will do a fire video just so I can get all the mage videos done for you guys. The problem is with a lot of those videos, guys, is they don't get a ton of views because it's only the arcane mages who care about that, or it's only the fire mages who care about that, and it's only for one patch. And the air conditioning just turned on, which explains why you're seeing that thing. So sorry about that. Or the heat. I shouldn't say air conditioning. Let me see if I can fix that real quick, guys. There. Ta-da. Um, and so I wanted you guys to know that that's something that's going to be happening. Is I'm going to get into that stuff, and I want to actually have it be informational to you guys and have it be more than just, well, this is me doing curls. That's stupid. Like I don't care about you doing curls. Now, if you figured out a way that does something different while you're doing curls, yeah, then explain what you're doing. But that's the thing that we want to do is we want to go through and just show you guys little tips and tricks, dieting tips and tricks, how to work out properly for what your goal is. There's a huge difference. If you want to be a power lifter and bench 650 pounds, I don't know why, but if you do, there's different ways that you work out, right? Like you work out lighter reps or heavier reps and you go longer in between sets and you're trying to build strength and whatever else, right? Like there's different ways you can go about that. If you're like me and you are trying to gain definition and tone and overall proportion and symmetry and size, and there's actually an art form to how you work out, I'm going to explain all that stuff too to you guys. Like don't worry, there's so many different, or if you just want to get in better shape, like that's the problem is people just say I just want to be in shape. There's so many different kinds of shape, and if you don't pick one, yeah, you might overall get in a little bit better shape, but eventually your body's going to plateau and you're going to get discouraged because you're not going to see results. And that's what I hate is when people go, oh well, I gave that up. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, I actually just got that Juggernaut stuff. Let me see if I got some of it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a pre-workout thing. Got a bunch of cool stuff in it. Never take anything without really reading about it and making sure that you're healthy enough to take it. I'm gonna start by saying that because no disclaimers. And that's the other thing, guys, too, is remember that everything that we say in these videos coming out is going to be opinion. It always is. That's all YouTube is. It's somebody's opinion. However, there's a difference between an informed opinion and a non-informed opinion. That's the biggest difference. Like people who say, well, I'm an expert. Well, what makes you an expert at something? You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing with, me playing video games. Is it's like, well, why should I listen to you about playing video games? Well, I don't know why. You might not need to. You probably don't need to. It's just my opinion on certain stuff. If you think my opinion is valid, then maybe you'll watch it. And then maybe you'll say, okay, this guy's not a complete moron. He might be half a moron, but he's not a complete moron. So maybe I'll pay attention, and eventually at some point down the line, a gold nugget might spew from his mouth. That makes me happy. And then I'm going to listen to him then. But that's the biggest thing, guys, is what I really just wanted to vlog about was I've just seen so many people that have been really, really supportive of me, who really want to move on and like kind of, expand and do things. And I've had a lot of people ask me about, working out, especially on Facebook, because that's how everybody knows me. Like my logo is not just for no reason. It's because like I do love working out. And I know that there's a lot of guys who do gaming and they do workouts. They don't really like teach you anything though. You know what I mean? Like they don't. Like they don't teach you anything worthwhile. I don't know how else to say it. They don't do it. But they also are doing it full time. Like they're playing video games full time, and they're also, they do streams and they do this and they do that. They don't have time. They don't care. They're making enough money doing what they love to do that. I love two different things. Okay, I actually love three. I love sports, I love video games, and I love working out. But like I said, maybe down the road, if I get approached with the right situation, I'll do some sports stuff. But as of right now, like I need to expand, right? I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. I'm grateful for everything that you guys have done. But the day that you sit back and go, I'm satisfied, is the day you go backwards. You're never stagnant. You're either pushing the boulder up the hill or the boulder's pushing you back down the hill. There's no such thing as being okay with where you're at. That's a losing mentality. Everybody I've ever talked to who's extremely successful, because where I work, guys, like there's just tons of people who are very well off. I wait on a very higher, I want to say like upper class clientele is kind of like who I wait on, right? So like, there's this guy who waits tables and bartends who's a lowly YouTube guy. But I do get to talk to some really, really cool people who have done extremely, extremely well in life. But however, their definition of doing extremely well and mine are two different things. I don't need millions and millions of dollars. That's not what makes me happy. What makes me happy is playing video games, working out, and talking to you guys. That's what I enjoy. Like, I wouldn't do this if I didn't like this. And the most successful and happy people, because there's a huge difference, and the happiest, most successful people that I've ever met are people who said, I worked my ass off for what I wanted to do. I didn't let anybody get me down. I never let anybody get in my way. I did exactly what I wanted to do, and I made it work, and now I'm successful at it. And now I did this, and I did this, and I proved to and that's the thing, guys, is you have nothing to lose. Like, you only live. I can't believe I just said YOLO. but really, like, this is one of those times where YOLO actually works. Like, you only live once. Do what makes you happy. Like, if you're not happy, go change it. Like, and that's the thing is people go, well, I got to do this. I want to go back to school. I want to go do this. And all right, what do you want to go back to school for? Like, and I don't want to rag on school because school's a good thing. Like, you really should go to school. But what do you like, especially college? Like, if you know 100% what you want to go do, and there's something in college, there's a degree in college that will help you to achieve your goal, then go do it. If you know 100% what you want to do, and you don't need a degree to do that, then you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people who go, well, I went to college for this and I do this. Some of my best friends have gone to college and make a lot of money. And I've asked them, I go, yeah, but are you happy? And, you know, and they complain about their jobs all the time. Like, man, this job sucks. Like, I had to do this. I'm like, yeah, dude, but you make, you know, $80,000 a year. That's a lot of money. Like, if I made $80,000 a year, I'd be happy as shit. And you think that, right? And everybody thinks that way. Well, if I made, you know, this amount of money, or if I hit my quarterly bonus, or if I did this, you know, I'd be happy. And the people say money can't buy happiness. Well, it can buy a little bit, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're not doing what you love, if you don't wake up every day and go and just smile, like just with a big old, like when I hit 500 subs, I had the biggest smile on my face the whole day. And everyone was like, well, dude, blah, blah, blah. And I told them, and they're like, that's awesome. And, 50,000, dang, that's pretty good. Like, I'm ahead of schedule. And it was the coolest thing to be able to, like, have people be like, why are you so happy today? Because I'm working my butt off for something that I want, and I'm figuring out ways to get it done. And it's you guys that are getting it done. It's not me. Like, I'm trying to do the best that I can, but without your guys' support, it's nothing. And so I hope you guys will support me going forward in what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm going to still do video game stuff. If you guys read MMO Champion last night for World of Warcraft, they're going to try to do a new raid every 4 months. And then they're going to do a minor patch every 2 months and just kind of rotate it that way. So that way we're constantly getting kind of content. So I'm going to constantly be bringing you videos. Now, once the raid guides are done, I might go into more. I don't know what I'm going to do. And if you guys want to see something specifically from me, let me know. And I will try to do it for you, because I've done it before and it actually worked out. Like, I had somebody suggest the LFR video, and it ended up being a whole series and working out really, really well for me. So that was one of your guys' suggestions. That wasn't mine. I can't take credit for that. Like, thank you very much. And that's the kind of stuff that I love to hear is, hey man, maybe would you do a video about this, or do a video about this, or the UI video worked well. There's tons of different videos that I've done that I did because somebody in my comments asked me to do it, and you never know where it's gonna go, guys. Like, and I'm still so small in my channel to the point where I literally will read almost every comment. I can still do that, and it's really cool, and I can still read almost every email, and I can do it by myself and while doing everything else. So I really do listen to you guys, and it really does mean a lot when you guys tell me that you subbed and that you really like my stuff and that keep going and keep working and blah, blah, blah. It's motivation for me. It really is. The positive feedback is so motivating to me. But I also want you guys to know that I'm also going to do that stuff. And again, I'm not going to flood you with it. Okay, I'm going to space it out because you need to, right? I'm not going to just video after video after video after video. It's more of a harm than good, right? I would rather put out a little bit of good content, quality content, informational content, than just tons and tons of just crap. I don't think that that's the good way to do it. I don't, but and that's just my opinion. Okay, I could be wrong. But yeah, I wanted to kind of let you guys know that that's where I'm going, and I want to thank you again for everything that you guys have done for me. And again, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to get signed up early, go to Lakeshore Elite Fitness on Facebook. Search that stuff. It's pretty simple to find. Again, it's my buddy Matt who runs it, but that's who I'm going to be working with, and also with Turcotte Nutrition and Powerhouse Gym in Grand Haven. Like, that's who's the people who I'm going to be working with. I've got gym owners, I've got bodybuilding champions, I've got natural bodybuilding champions, I've got people who are training for shows, I've got people with degrees. It's all lining up, guys, and it's going to be a really good series. I'm really looking forward to it. I really think you guys are all going to actually learn something from it if you watch it. Obviously, for World of Warcraft stuff, I'm going to keep slinging that out. Again, I'm going to try to get the finishing touches on the Shaw of Fear video tomorrow. And then after that, I'm going to start, again, trying to get some of these heroic videos out to you as soon as I possibly can. With the holidays coming up, I do get a little bit busier at work, but I'm not going to let that affect me. If I have to pull all-nighters, I have to pull all-nighters. It doesn't matter to me. You guys come first. Thank you so much for all your support, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.